Good evening, everyone. I'm Staff Sergeant Kenneth Seymour. I am the 49th Missile Defense Battalion's Communications Chief, stationed at Fort Greely, Alaska. Today we will go over the enlisted Army rank structure. The history of rank. Rank's been around since the Persians' invasion of Greece back in roughly 1490 BC. It was needed then, so it's no surprise that it's still needed today and it's still widely used today. Chevrons. The chevron is the basic insignia for the enlisted rank for the U.S. Army. The history behind that is a knight was given a chevron after he taken part in the capturing of a castle, a building, or a town. The chevron indicates rooftops. Current enlisted rank E1 through E9. Start off with private. E1, 2, and 3 is your basic private ranks. E3 is your private first class. This is the lowest rank in the enlisted side of the U.S. Army. The only thing you need to worry about at this rank is to carry out orders that are given to you. Anything you need will be given to you. You'll be told where you have to be and when you have to be there. Specialist, E4. This is the first rank where you can begin to manage soldiers. You also begin some basic responsibility at this rank. I've been told that this rank's the best rank in the military or the worst rank in the military. The best rank meaning that if you have a mission, you've got soldiers underneath you, you go out and something doesn't go as planned, it's okay. You're only a specialist. Worst rank in the military being that you go out, you have a mission, and you fulfill your mission with all its needed. You just did the work of an E5, and you're only getting paid as an E4. That's why it could be the worst rank in the military. Corporal, E4. Many soldiers will never see this rank. This rank's only used in a combat arms unit when a soldier is in a team leader position, waiting on waiting on his E5. They'll give him corporal. This is the base rank of all NCO ranks. This individual is responsible for training, personal needs for all the soldiers. Sergeant, E5. This is the traditional team leader rank. This has been known to have the greatest impact on the soldiers because the Sergeant E5, he spends just about every waking moment with the soldiers. From the time they wake up in the morning, from the time they go down at night. They're responsible for all basic care, basic needs that all soldiers needs. This rank is also extremely important to set the example. If the NCO or the sergeant is not setting the proper example, then the soldiers are going to do the wrong thing. Staff Sergeant, E6. This is traditionally a squad leader, roughly 8 to 12 people. Usually has 2 to 3 sergeant team leaders underneath them. This is the first position where you can really plug and play members of the squad that'll help maximize your squad to accomplish the mission. A lot of times personalities aren't going to work, so you have the ability to move people around, and the squad leader it's key in that role, making that happen. Sergeant First Class, E7. Traditionally is a platoon sergeant, roughly 30 soldiers in a platoon. This is the first rank where they pair an NCO with an officer. So a platoon sergeant, being the E7, is paired with a second lieutenant, which is the platoon leader. Now, a platoon sergeant has roughly 10 to 15 years experience, where a platoon leader only has maybe 3 or 4. So it's key for that E7, that platoon sergeant, or the sergeant first class, to have some crucial experience in order to help maintain that platoon leader to make their mission and to develop all the soldiers within that platoon. Master Sergeant, E8. This is the principal NCO at a battalion level. Many positions require a key leadership, maybe duties carried out in extremely high professionalism. That's where a Master Sergeant or an E8 would be placed in that position. Usually, like I said, at a battalion level, doesn't have many soldiers underneath them. However, is a key person for maintaining leadership within the battalion. First Sergeant, also an E8. This is the senior NCO at a company level. This is what they like to call the beans and bullets person. This person makes sure all the soldiers are fed, they've got ammunition. The major logistics piece comes through this position right here, comes from the first sergeant. He's also paired up with the company commander, which is a captain. Now, time in service rather, the NCO has much more time in service than the captain does. So his experience that he has in the military is key into success of the company and to help making that company commander be successful. Sergeant Major, E9. This is a position at least at a battalion level, usually much higher. It's a key advisor position. Does not have any soldiers underneath him. If he does, it's very few. Still very, very important to maintaining the unit professionalism and leadership to anybody that anybody that works with him. Command Sergeant Major, E9. This is the senior enlisted advisor to the commanding officer. The first place you'll see a Command Sergeant Major is at a battalion level. He carries out all policies and standards, and he is the advisor to that battalion commander. This Command Sergeant Major oversees all NCO movement throughout the battalion, and is, like I said, the key leadership person for all NCOs in the battalion. He also provides key leadership to many of the junior lieutenants within the battalion. Sergeant Major of the Army. There's only one of these. This is the senior enlisted advisor to the Chief of Staff of the Army, which is a 4-star general. He oversees all non-commissioned officers within the Army. This is a very high-profile position, very political position. That's why there's only one. Rank has been proven to be key in defending a nation. It identifies who's in charge and whom to look for orders in a time of crisis or in a time of everyday, day-to-day movements and training. Therefore, we must maintain this military rank and make sure it always follows through. Thank you and have a good evening.